Now video 40, and again same act 1 scene 1 but page number 30. In this page 40 you would come to know about Bassanio. See, Bassanio had come to Antonio to take money from him. He tells him that he has spent whatever he has earlier because he want to show his lordly ways, and due to this he has he has to pay many debts. He says he is not saying that he cannot continue with his lordly ways, but the chief concern of him is that how to come out of it fairly. Clear? But Antonio asked him to tell him about his plans so that he can help him at that moment. Now Bassanio tells him, in my school days when I had lost my one shaft, in my school days when I had lost one arrow, I shot another, his fellow means another, of the self same flight very carefully. Clear? The self same way with more advised watch. Okay, he says here, in his school days when he lost one arrow, he shot another in the same direction, self same flight, same direction, and self same way with much more advised watch very carefully to find the other fourth. Okay, and to recover the first one, and by adventuring both, he often found both. I urge this childhood example. I give this childhood example because what follows is purely innocent. And what I am going to tell to you is purely innocent. I owe you much, like a willful youth. I have taken too much from you, and like a willful youth, extravagant youth, I have finished it. But if you please to shoot another arrow the self same way which you did about the first, I do not doubt as I will watch the aim or to find both. He said, if you give me one more loan now, I will promise to give it to you, return it to you. Okay, I do not doubt as I will watch the aim and to find both, or bring your later hazard back again, and thankfully rest debtor for the first one. Definitely I will give back the second loan and remain thankful for the first loan. Clear? Again I'm telling to you, Bassanio is giving his childhood example, in that he says when he was a child he used to shot, when he lost one arrow, he shot one more in the same direction with much more care to get the first one, and by risking the two he often get both. He's giving this example because what comes ahead is purely innocent. He says he has taken too much from him, and like a willful youth, extravagant youth, he had spent. Okay, he says like I owe so much to you, and like a self-willed young man, I have lost everything that I got from you. But if you give me another loan like the first one, I do not doubt while I watch the aim so carefully, and I shall repay you both the loans. At any rate, I can pay back at least your second loan, and I will be remain thankful to you for the first one. Antonio, you know me well herein, spend but time to wind about my love with circumstance. You know me very well, and you're just wasting your time by praising me, by giving references to my love. And out of doubt, you do me more wrong now, and as to doubting my help, you're doing me wrong. You're doing wrong to me in making question of my uttermost. Then if you had made waste of all I have, then do what say to me. Then tell me what should I do right now. If you had wasted the earlier, just tell me now what should I do. That is, your knowledge may be done, and in your opinion, if it can be done by me, and I am pressed unto it, therefore speak, and I will press myself, I will do anything else to give it to you. Clear? Again, but you know me well, and herein you're just wasting time by praising me. by my love with circumstances, and out of doubt you do me wrong. As you're doubting my readiness to give help to you, you are doing wrong to me. And if you had wasted all you had, just tell me what should I do. In your knowledge, if something can be done by me, just tell me. I will press myself. I will do anything else to to give it to you. Embalmment is a rich lady richly left. Embalmment, a rich lady lives. Now Bassanio is going to tell Antonio about her, about his love. Embalmment, a lady richly left. A rich lady lives there. She is fair and fairer than the word fair. Of wondrous virtues, she has too many qualities, wonderful qualities. Sometimes from her eyes I did receive fair speechless messages, and sometimes I have received speechless messages from her eyes. Her name is Portia, nothing undervalued to Cato's daughter Brutus Portia. Her name is Portia, and she is no less than Cato's daughter and Brutus Portia. Now, beta, there's one more Portia in the tragedy called Julius Caesar, and there Portia was the wife of Brutus and the daughter of Cato. Now, the Portia of Merchant of Venice is compared to the Portia of Julius Caesar. One more drama dramatized by Shakespeare. Nor is the wide world ignorant of her worth. The whole world knows the beauty, knows her because of her beauty. Renowned suitors, different people come to Balmont to marry her, to take part in the casket system devised by her father. See here, nor in the wide world ignorant of her worth. For the four winds blow in from every coast. Different suitors come. Suitors are people who want to marry or who want to take part in the contest to win a princess. Okay, so here for the four winds blow in from every coast. Renowned suitors and her sunny locks hang on her temples like golden fleece, and the locks, her hair, are like golden fleece. Now again, but I see here different suitors come from different countries to marry her. First point. Secondly, her locks, her hair moves very well on her face and looks like a golden fleece. Now, her hair is called golden fleece. Okay, which makes her seat of Balmont Colchis strand, and Balmont is compared to Colchis where golden fleece is actually found. Now, but a golden fleece is a wool of a sheep, and it is tied. I will explain this to you also again. See here, hang on her temples like a golden fleece, which makes her seat of Balmont Colchis, and many Jasons come in quest of her. O my Antonio, had I but the means. Now see beta here Bassanio, he says here there, like he has seen a lady called Portia. She is a rich lady. She lives in Balmont. She is fair and fairer than the word fair. She has wonderful virtues, means qualities, and from her eyes Bassanio has received many fair speechless messages. Her name is Portia, nothing undervalued to Cato's daughter and Brutus Portia. This Portia of Merchant of Venice is compared to the Portia of Julius Caesar, a drama dramatized by Shakespeare. In that drama, Portia is the wife of Brutus and daughter of Cato. And nor is the wide world ignorant of her worth, and the whole world knows her because of her beauty. For the four winds blow in from every coast, because from different directions suitors come, renowned suitors come to marry her. And her sunny locks, her hair are compared with the golden fleece. Okay, golden fleece. And this Balmont, the town of Portia, is compared to Colchis, where this golden fleece is actually found. And many Jasons, many people who want to get this golden fleece are called Jasons. And many Jasons come in quest of her. Oh my Antonio, had I but the if I had money, I can easily win Portia. I can easily win Portia.